Hello, welcome. My name is Adam from the Ricoh 360 Tours support team, and today we're going to talk about how to begin creating your Ricoh 360 tour. So when you get to the property, what you're going to do is you're going to set up in the center of the room. For the most part, the center of the room is going to give you your best image overall. So you're going to set the stand in the center of the room and you're going to extend the stand to its full height. That's going to be roughly 45 inches, and that is going to be very consistent across our tour platform and most other tour platforms. Now, when you're lining up the shot, you're going to want to use the front lens. The front of the camera says the word theta at the bottom of the camera. So when you look at the Ricoh THETA camera, the front actually says the word theta. The back says the word Ricoh, and generally will have a display screen depending on which model you have. This is the THETA SC2. So when you line up the photo, you're going to use that front lens to dictate where the photo starts, and then you're going to remotely fire the camera from outside of the room using the mobile app, which I'm going to demonstrate now. So I will show my phone screen so you can watch as I complete the image capture process. So let me share my phone. First thing I'm going to do is get connected to the camera. Now, if you have not already registered your camera and established the connection, you're going to want to take a few minutes to do that. If you need assistance, you can watch my previous video on registering the camera and getting connected for the first time. That is going to be through the Wi-Fi. Camera does have a Wi-Fi radio built right inside, so it is able to establish that connection anywhere. All right, so here comes my phone screen, and we're in the Ricoh 360 Tours application. Now, the very first thing we're going to do is start new tour down at the bottom. And because I've allowed all permissions when I installed the app, something that I highly recommend in order to make the app work properly, I will go ahead and start punching in the address, but Google will give me predictive addresses to try and pinpoint my location. I'll select done, and now I can begin adding photos to this tour. The first option, of course, is the Theta. That is going to be the bulk, if not all, of my photos. However, I can add photos from my phone's camera. If I choose to use my mobile device camera, I can do that. Usually I'm thinking stills of things like utility items, things that don't necessarily look great as a 360, but I can document them using my phone's camera. Library is going to be anything that I've already shot and want to import into this tour. This could be still photos, or it could be previously taken 360 photos from another tour. If I have, say, shared amenities, such as a gym or a pool, I can reuse those photos again and again from pulling them in from a library. For now, we're going to engage the Theta. All right, so we're going to get the live preview. We can pan around, make sure that the photo looks good, the room is staged properly, and when we're ready, we'll step outside the room and fire the camera remotely with the red shutter button. I'm going to press that button, the camera's going to chime and take the photo. At that point, it is going to engage the bracketing system and expose for high, low, and ambient light, and we'll get the 3-image composite on the phone. So I'll label this photo once I receive it, and then I'll do add next photo. I'll pick up the camera and move to the next room. Now for this next photo, we're going to imagine a large space. Now the range for the camera between the phone and the camera, the Wi-Fi distance, is going to be about 10 feet before you lose connectivity. Outside, that's going to be a very tight 10 feet. Inside, the Wi-Fi can bounce off building materials, so you might be able to get a little bit further away. In either case, we're going to use the timer. So for these larger shots, what I'm going to do is engage the timer. I have the timer that I'll set for 10 seconds. Now, what I'll do is I'll fire the camera. The timer begins. I place the camera down next to the phone, or rather the phone down next to the camera. I'm going to lean the phone on the tripod and then run away. The camera takes the photo. I hear the chime. I come back in. I pick up my phone. I'm going to receive that image, and then I'm going to label it. When I select done, that photo will then also sync to the cloud. This is the image capture process.